Scene one, take two. I just started this, but then started coughing like a coffin person. And I couldn't go on, so I had to start over. But I was saying, I don't know what I was saying, but I was going to put on my lipstick, but I can't find it. And I have my lipstick in this little zipper pouch that always sits right here on my desk somewhere. It's in there along with my nail clippers. The funny thing is, just a few minutes ago, I clipped my nails. Not my thumbnails, but I did clip them. And then I put the clippers back in the little pouch and zipped it up. And now it's gone. Gone like a gone goose. I don't know where it is. So you guys are going to have to deal with me with the lipstick on. But anyhow, I wanted to show you my new... I'm in the process of designing this new little dolly. I'll show you what I have so far. I'm calling her Lizzi... Wait a minute, what did I say? LizziLou Flatlegs. This is LizziLou Flatlegs. She's got flat legs. But I want to show you what... Look, she's got a butt. She's got a butt. Do you know how she gets that butt? She went and had one of them Himalayan butt lifts. Well, she didn't really. She's lying. Don't be telling people that kind of stories. Okay, this is what. Look at this here sock. See this sock, how it's got a heel right here? That is her little bum right there. And then I make the two legs, and this one's got like two sets of knees, because first I had the knees down here, then I thought, no, that's too far down, and so then I give her some more knees up here. But in the future, if I make more, she'll have her knees to be about like there. But, so, if you look here, you'll see this is the bottom of the sock, or actually the top of the sock. I'm sorry to show you her butt. But anyway, so I stuffed the sock full of polyfill, and then I made the legs. I got the legs. Okay, the legs, I took a piece of felt, and I cut the piece of felt in half, the long ways. And this piece of felt, oh God, what is the size of the felt? Well, I don't know what it is. I think it's 9 by 12, I think. And so I cut it in half the lengthwise. And then I just sewed different fabrics onto the felt, and then stitched them up to make a tube. And that's how I made her little legs. And because they're on the felt, that's enough squishing on them, enough padding. That's enough in case she falls, you know, so she don't break a leg. And then in the bottom here, I have some beads. I've got so many of these kind of beads. I've had these ever since way back when I had a little crafty shop. And so I guess I still have like 1,000 of these beads. Well, there's 2 packs in each leg, so there's 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 in the pack. And I put 2 in the bottoms. Up to there is filled with beads. So they're a little heavy. They're not a lot heavy, but just a little heavy. And then these beautiful buttons that were sent to me, I put 2 buttons on there. And that's like her dancing shoes right there. And so now, then they were flat. They're flat. See how flat they are? Flat. So, once you take this sock, and if you got a sock, go ahead. And once you take this sock, then I folded it. I just put it this way so her little bum is sticking out in the back. So I folded it this way, and then her bum. I should really stuff this right now, but my stuffing is way up there. And then once it's stuffed, then I just folded it in half like this, and put one leg on one side and one leg on the other side. And then I just hand stitched them on. Hand stitched the legs on all the way. She got little threads on her bum. And so they're just stitched on there. But see how, once I stuff her, I might even give her a bum crack. Well, you won't see her bum crack, though, because then I made her a pair of breeches. Now, I didn't make them like correct. I didn't make them like correct because, well, for one thing, they're not hemmed, just raw edge. And because I didn't make the back right, you know, where it would go under her bum. And so, well, then when I got it made, then it was too short in the straddle here. You ever call that the straddle? We always call that the straddle, too short in the straddle. But anyway, so I had to add a piece of fabric at the top here to make it wasn't too short in the straddle. And then I can dress her. Oh, ow, ooh, ow. Okay, see, so then I can take her, hang on there, LizziLou, and put a leg in there. I want to make one with her, a skirt, too. One with a skirt, but this one, she wanted breeches. So there she's got her breeches on. And then I just in and out stitch this blue floss, just in and out stitched, so I can use it like a drawstring. To go around her waist, like a little drawstring, like this way. And then tie it in a little bow. I won't tie it in a knot, because I might have to remove her breeches for some reason or another. But, so, see, and then her bum, how her bum is got a nice bum. And there she is with her LizziLou Longlegs, and Flatlegs, LizziLou Flatlegs, that's her name. And so she might have some relatives made too. I might make her some relatives. But I was thinking about this. Well, first of all, well, never mind. But anyway, I was thinking about this when I was trying to sleep last night. And I said, well, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to try that. And so so far I like this. And so she's going to get arms too. I'm not real sure. She might also get flat arms to match her flat legs. Flat legs, flat arms, the whole thing. She won't look like her mama, that's for sure. But, and then, of course, she'll have hair because I am a fan of a lot of hair. And, oh, who knows, I might make her a hat. And then she's going to have a face. And I'm not sure how any of that's going to go yet because it's going to, I just figured I'd show you this far. I think she's going to be just adorable. I think she's just going to be adorable. So anyhow, that's the only far as I got it. That's the only far as I have it right now. But I think she's just beautiful. She might need some trim at the bottom of her breeches. I don't know. Or they might just stay with this way, and then I might make her a sister or a brother that will have trim. No, if it's a brother, then I can't put trim. This might be a brother right now. We don't know because she's, well, if her name is LizziLou, maybe I can't name all of them LizziLou. LizziLou, Mr. LizziLou and Mrs. LizziLou Flatlegs. And then if I make a Mr. LizziLou Flatlegs, then I would just call it a Mr. LizziLou Flatlegs. And so, but I think so far, just her bottom half is nice. She could sit on a shelf. I really probably need to put some weight in her bum so she can sit on a shelf. She would need some weight in her bum because there's a little weight down here in her legs. It would maybe pull her off the shelf. I don't know. So she might need, I might need to, in the future, put a little, um, although these beads aren't really heavy at all. But I think they make some like weight beads, like petals or pebbles or something. They might. I don't know. So anyhow, but I just wanted to show you so far, and I just felt like I didn't needed to be touching some fabric because I've been just touching paper. I sent off a load of postcards again this morning, but now there's not going to be any going out till. I'm telling you, them post office sender people are slow because I ordered my stamps. Gosh, it seems like it's been 2 weeks ago and they haven't come. Well, maybe it's not been 2 weeks ago, and maybe I'm just too much in a rush. But I've still been doing my postcards. Isn't this one cool? Well, this one I just did this morning, and it's not exactly correcto mundo, and it's not exactly very neat. I'm shaky this morning. My daughter's coming over later. I says, bring your blood pressure cup when you come because I'm curious if my blood pressure is whacked out because I feel this morning I just felt like my sugar was low. I don't know. But anyhow, so I did that. But then I started another something right here. Let's see, what have I done in my cards since I saw you last? Oh, this. I'm still going to put something more on here. But you know what this is right here? This is like reverse coloring. So I did some watercolor painting on here first. And then I just outlined the different sections or the different gradients or whatever. And they call that reverse coloring. So I did that one. And then I did this one. Doesn't it almost look like if I was to color all of that white blue, it looked like some kind of a map of some secret earth somewhere. But that's kind of fun to do because you never know what you're going against. And so and I've done reverse coloring. I've got a couple of reverse coloring books that all the coloring is in there and then you just do the drawing over the coloring. I gotta hunt them up again because I think I want to do some of them again. I think I want to do some of them again. I really want to do some of them again. Oh, and then this one. This is cool. And this is done. This one here starts like this, but this one that I'm doing is going to be something else. But see, I think these are pretty cool too. Hi, Pumpkin. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing a little video.
Okay, I'll be in front room.
Yeah, I'm going to come to the front porch when I'm done here.
Okay.
Once I put this to upload.
Love you.
I love you too, darling. Yeah, Papa brought all them postcards to the mailbox, and he brought, a package that I sent. A package. But anyway, I sent a package. So if you're expecting a package, it's in the mail. I swear I'm losing everything. My lipstick and my mind. But see, these are cool. These are all done the same way. And with the wiggly squiggly lines. And then just color them differently. And so somebody will get those too. I'm getting quite a bunch to mail off. Now this one here, these two, it's got watercolor. I don't know how to paint. I just don't. And since I don't know how to watercolor paint, but I own watercolor paints, I just made spots and blotches on these two cards. Yes, darling.
I'm going to do a road run, and then I'll be sitting on
Oh, well, say hello to my friends. There he is.
How y'all doing today?
That's what he looks like in the morning. Yep. They said they're doing good now. They said they're doing better now that they saw you. I love you.
Maybe too late. Y'all have fun.
So anyway, these I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some drawing on this too, and outline the paint. On this one too, I used this lid to make and dropped it in the ink, in the paint, and made some circles. You can see the circles probably. So we'll see what that looks like after I draw on that. I didn't do these penguins. These are king penguins. This is cool. Kaya just was looking at this card because Carolyn from over there in the Falkland Islands, is that where she's at? Yeah, Falkland Islands. She has sent quite a few cards over here from the Falkland Islands. But she said on this one that she sent it for mainly because she thought the girls would love to see king penguins. Can you imagine if you wake up in the morning and look out the window and you see a whole bunch of these penguins running around? That would be so much fun. They're so beautiful. Oh, too, and then I wanted to see also. That's just a piece of paper. But wait a minute. I got a mess here. Oh, these are cards that aren't finished. I do sometimes don't finish cards and I start another one. Well, that's my whole life. I never finish anything. It's because I'm half finished. So everything I do is half finished. But look, I got another postcard. This one is from Who's Your Mama? Who's Your Mama? Who's Your Mama? She sent me a postcard that she made. I was so excited to get this. I had sent her one because she said thank you for the postcard. Now I don't expect if you get a postcard from me, I don't expect for you to send one back. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting nothing. But when I do get a postcard back, it's like a gift. It is such a gift. So that's Who's Your Mama from Indiana. And so, yes, dear.
Changed my mind about road running. I'm just gonna sit on the porch.
Okay, you can go sit on the porch. I love you too, and I'll see you out there in just a flip flop. He changed his mind. Okay, so that I got from the Who's Your Mama. It's gonna go up on my board. And this one came from Beetle Chick. Now see how she made her card? This is done. There's some this part here is drawn on. This part is drawn. Then here she used some, like a piece of a book page, and she glued that on there. She painted over, she painted over the part she drew. And then this is a sticker or a cutout of these flowers on there. And then here she used a stencil, and she stenciled that owl. You see the owl in there? She stenciled that with like some kind of, I don't remember what you call that stuff, but some kind of texture paste. She stenciled that owl on there. And I think that is so awesome. And so many things. And then the whole thing is painted around too. And look what she used on here. That is just that's not even a store-bought card. That is, look at it, didn't even get postmarked. But this is probably because she is a recycler, that girl. And this is probably a piece off of a cereal box. And she cut it, she rounded the corners, and she made that postcard. So anyhow, but that's 2 postcards that I received, and I'm excited about them, and they're going to go up on my board up here. They're going to go up there too. And so they're going to put, actually these are Papa's penguins, but because I'm going to put them up there too. Actually, Papa still has, like right here, because me and Kaya were just looking through them again, all of Papa's postcards. Oh, that's not a postcard. Look at all these postcards that Papa got. These are just the postcards he got for his birthday. And there's a bunches of them in here. I wanna look. Oh, that one was from No, this isn't. Oh, this one here. Foroyar. From the Faroe Islands. So these are more islands. Map of the Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands. That's the Faroe Islands. So, and then she wrote on here, Norway is this way, Scotland is below them, and Iceland is up this way from them. So that's where these islands are. I think I'm going to take these. I'm going to take these. When I go out to the porch with Papa in a few minutes, I'm going to take these cards out with me because we look at them. We already, his birthday cards, just a couple days ago, I got 2 full books of scrapbooks of all his birthday cards, but the I'll put this in here too. But the postcards are all in here. We just went through one of the books a couple days ago that we went through and reminiscing over all them cards. And when you see them again, it's like it's all brand new again. Everything is all just brand new again. It's just when you get to our age, you forget things. And so then when you look at them again, it's like brand new. That's wonderful. It's like every day is Christmas because you done forgot the day before. All right, I'm gonna let's see. Did I have any other grandiose news? Probably not. All right, so I feel like singing. Usually I sing on Sunday, but I missed Sunday, so this is a very old Rodman hymnal, but I like the very old books. And oh, here's one. Oh, this one doesn't have. One of my books has what year it was. Each of these songs was written. Oh gosh, there's so many in here. Do I want to sing this one or that one? Okay, I'm going to sing I Love to Tell the Story. You're going to have to hang up the phone now if you don't want to hear any squawking. I'm going to squawk this song. I love to tell the story of unseen things above, of Jesus and his glory, of Jesus and his love. I love to tell the story because I know 'tis true. It satisfies my longings as nothing else can do. I love to tell the story, 'twill be my theme in glory, to tell the old story of Jesus and his love. I love to tell the story, more wonderful it seems than all the golden fancies of all our golden dreams. I love to tell the story, it did so much for me, and that is just the reason I tell it now to thee. I love to tell the story, 'twill be my theme in glory, to tell the old story of Jesus and his love. I love to tell the story, 'tis pleasant to repeat what seems each time I tell it more wonderfully sweet. I love to tell the story, for some have never heard the message of salvation from God's own holy word. I love to tell the story, 'twill be my theme in glory, to tell the old story of Jesus and his love. Last verse. I love to tell the story for those who know it best, seem hungering and thirsting to hear it like the rest. And when in scenes of glory I sing the new song, 'twill be the old story that I have loved so long. I love to tell the story, 'twill be my theme in glory, to tell the old story of Jesus and his love. That's a beautiful song. That's a beautiful song. Okay, and a story I need to tell you today. I want to update you on my Jennifer, my little cancer girl. She's a cancer survivor. She is definitely a cancer survivor. Okay, but I want to update you. She has made the decision as not to go any further with the chemotherapy. She had the first round. She was supposed to go for 6 rounds, each round being 3 weeks apart. She is so afraid of losing her job, of losing her income. If she loses her income, she loses her insurance, she loses her house, she loses a lot. And so she talked it over with her doctor to find out exactly how important is it for me to have this chemo, because at the first it was like well, actually, see, she had a tumor, a cancerous tumor removed 3 years ago. And then all was good, but it wasn't good because another tumor appeared, and that was removed, I think, the first part of February. I lose my dates now, but then that was removed. But that second tumor only came because they must have left one little cell, and that cell grew. So now this chemo that they want her to have is only a precaution, because it could be that all the cancer was in that tumor, which they got that tumor out just in time because it was ready to burst when they pulled it out of there. It was ready to burst. And if it didn't, and she only took herself to the ER because she was in so much pain, she couldn't stand it. and she went to the ER like 5 o'clock in the evening, and she went straight to the operating room, and they took that out. It was ready to burst, and Doc says if it would have burst, she would have become septic, and that would have been it. That would have been the end of her book. And so, but she was saved. It worked. It come out. It's all out. And although they have done a PET scan, nothing showed up in the PET scan at all. And it should be that if there's anything at all cancerous in there, it would show up on the PET scan. Well, it didn't show up. So this chemo is definitely just a precaution. So, but it made her so sick that she could not work, or she made herself work, but it wasn't good. She was in just feeling horrible. And so that's when she decided, I'm going to talk to my doctor and see what happens. And so the doctor is saying, okay, if that's what you want, we'll stop the chemo. And but he's going to, I think it's going to be monthly. I hope I'm not repeating myself. It's going to be monthly blood work that they can check for cancer markers. And then they will do CAT scan, I think a CAT scan every 6 months, and then a PET scan every year, to catch it if it's coming back again. Now she's not completely out of she's out of the woods. She's just right on the edge of the whole forest. Yeah. So, but we all are, because you never know. We could get run over by a herd of buffalo, and that would be the end of us. But anyhow, because she's got a problem with her, when they took the tumor out, they also repaired hernias that she had, a few hernias. And these hernias are coming, her incision goes from her breastbone, then around her belly button, and then down. That's how much they cut on her. Well, they cut, when they did the first surgery, they cut, and then about 6 weeks after that, they had to do another surgery because she was getting hernias all along that scar line. And then, so they had to fix those hernias and sew her back up. And then now this time, when they took out this next tumor, they took that tumor out, and then they put a mesh in. Well, they took the tumor out and they fixed a whole bunch of more of the hernias. That girl looked awful silly in a bikini these days. But anyway, they fixed the hernias and they put in the mesh so that she wouldn't get hernias from this last. So that same incision's been cut 3 times. Well, her body is rejecting that mesh. But once it's in there, they can't take it back out again. It's in there, and you gotta suck it up, buttercup. So what's going to happen is it may be that her body will stop rejecting it in time. But until that happens, she'll have to have that drained periodically. She told me how often, maybe, but I don't remember, monthly maybe. But since the surgery, she first came home with a drain bag that she had to empty a few times a day, and then when they put her port in, they took that drain out. So, and now her tummy it's almost like a water balloon. Bless her little heart. It's because it's filling up with that fluid again, because the body is trying to reject that stuff, that mesh. And so she goes, now I can't remember when I got it in a good memory, but she's going to go get that port taken back out. And that's a procedure, I guess, just to take the port out. And so when they take the port out, they're going to drain her belly again. And then I guess we'll see how quickly it fills up again. And she tells me that the draining of the belly is not a serious thing, so I'm not allowed to worry. So I won't worry, but I'll be concerned as hell, I'm telling you. I just won't use the word worry. But anyhow, so I wanted to update you all, and I want to thank all of you for your prayers. Oh my gosh, the prayers is what is bringing her through this. I mean, you guys have been so many prayers to our family for different things. I mean, my older daughter who passed away a year and a half ago, and then my son whose dog shot his leg off, and then now Jennifer. We have no complaints about Billy right now. Billy's in good shape. Hopefully. Hopefully. He's an electrician. Hope he doesn't stick his finger in an electric socket. He's at work today. And so then, and Kurt and Lori, as far as I know, they're doing just fine. No complaints there either. And so, yeah, I still have some kids that have no complaints. None of them have complaints, really. None of them. Because even Tommy Sue, who's in heaven, I'm sure she's got less complaints than all of us put together because she's in heaven. Okay, that's it. I'm going to ask God to watch over you. Every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe from any kind of harm, keep you happy, healthy, and humble. And no matter what, everybody, stay one more day. God bless and keep you, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless.